Are you tired of feeling stuck year after year? You want change, but every time you try it feels impossible? What if I told you the solution is simpler than you think and it's within your control? Life isn't about waiting for things to get better. It's about making deliberate choices every day that move you closer to the life you want. In this video, I'm going to share 12 rules that can completely transform your life in 2025. These aren't just ideas or vague concepts, but practical steps you can start applying today to create real, lasting change. So why is it that so many people try to change and end up in the same place every year? We all know change is possible, but why do we fall back into the same patterns of frustration and disappointment? The answer is simple. Change requires more than just wanting it. It requires commitment to a set of guiding principles that steer you in the right direction, no matter what life throws at you. Rule 1, take responsibility for everything. If you want to transform your life, the first step is to take responsibility. You may be tempted to look around and point fingers, blaming your circumstances, your upbringing, or even other people for where you are today. But here's the truth: change doesn't happen until you own your life. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past or what's going on in the present. Your future is yours to create, and it starts with one fundamental shift in mindset, the decision to take full responsibility for everything. When you take responsibility, you stop being a passive observer in your life. You stop waiting for things to change or for someone else to fix things for you. Instead, you take control. You stop living like a victim and start acting like the creator of your own reality. No matter where you are right now or how you got here, you have the power to change your situation. But it all begins with owning your actions, your choices, and your reactions. This principle may sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and transformation. The truth is, people who refuse to take responsibility are stuck in a cycle of blame. They blame their circumstances, the people around them, or even bad luck. They spend their lives waiting for things to change, but nothing ever does because they're waiting for someone or something else to fix their problems. But when you decide to take responsibility, you break that cycle. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, you begin asking, what can I do to change this? You stop playing the victim and start looking for solutions. This shift in perspective is the key to transforming your life. Taking responsibility means you no longer look for excuses. You acknowledge that the results you have in life are a reflection of the choices you've made, both big and small. This doesn't mean you should beat yourself up or dwell on past mistakes. Instead, it means you recognize that everything, from your success to your failures, is the result of the decisions you've made along the way. When you embrace responsibility, you empower yourself. No one can control your future unless you allow them to. When you take responsibility, you open up new possibilities. You realize that you are the one who decides how things will unfold. You may not have control over every situation, but you always have control over your reaction to it. You may not be able to control the obstacles that come your way, but you can control how you respond and how you rise above them. Think about it this way: if you take responsibility, you're no longer at the mercy of circumstances. Instead, you are actively shaping your own path. Whether things are going well or not, you understand that you have the ability to make adjustments, learn from your mistakes, and continue moving forward. This sense of control is the foundation of true freedom. When you blame others or your circumstances, you give away your power. You allow external forces to dictate your happiness, your success, and your sense of self-worth. But when you take responsibility, you take your power back. You no longer need anyone's permission to change, to grow, or to succeed. It's not about placing blame, it's about taking ownership. Ownership means you have the authority to make changes, to learn from your experiences, and to improve. When you take responsibility for your mistakes, you gain the wisdom to do better next time. And when you take responsibility for your successes, you build the confidence to create even more of them. This is the key to unlocking your potential and becoming the best version of yourself. Now, taking responsibility also means owning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. It's about recognizing that your mindset determines your reality. If you walk around with a negative, defeatist attitude, that's what you'll experience in life. But if you adopt a mindset of ownership, one that recognizes your power to change and grow, your reality will shift with it. Don't let the circumstances of your past or present hold you back. Take full responsibility for where you are now and where you want to go. This mindset shift will free you from excuses, from doubt, and from stagnation. It will give you the power to change your life. Responsibility is the key to unlocking your potential. Once you take ownership of your life, you are free to create the future you want. You no longer wait for someone or something to come and save you, you take charge. And that's where real transformation begins. Rule 2: plan tomorrow before today ends. If you want to be productive, not just busy, you need to plan your day before it even begins. This is one of the most effective habits of successful people. While most people wake up and react to whatever life throws at them, successful individuals take a proactive approach. They plan their day the night before, which gives them clarity, focus, and direction from the moment they wake up. When you plan tomorrow today, you give yourself an unfair advantage. Instead of waking up in a fog, unsure of where to start or what to prioritize, you've already mapped out a clear path. You know exactly what you need to do, and you're ready to hit the ground running. This is a game changer, and it's a habit that will make you stand out. Most people waste time figuring out what to do next or getting distracted by unnecessary tasks. But when you plan ahead, you eliminate that waste of time. You give yourself a clear roadmap for the day, which helps you stay on track and avoid getting sidetracked by distractions. Planning ahead also helps you avoid procrastination. When you don't have a plan, it's easy to put things off thinking you have more time. But by planning the night before, you set yourself up for immediate action. You're not waiting for motivation to strike, you're ready to work. You know what's important, and you get started right away. But the key isn't just making a list of things to do, it's about prioritizing. When you take a few minutes to plan your day, you get to decide what's truly important and what can wait. You identify the tasks that will move you closer to your goals and focus on those. This kind of clarity ensures that every moment is spent on activities that matter rather than just filling time with random, unimportant tasks. This strategy also allows you to build momentum. Each day you complete one task, then another, and before you know it, you've accomplished more than most people do in a week. This momentum keeps you moving forward, making the next day even more productive. Additionally, planning ahead reduces stress. You're not waking up to chaos or scrambling to figure out what to do next. Instead, you start the day knowing exactly what needs to be done and how to get it done. This sense of control over your time and your day will help you feel more calm, focused, and in charge of your life. Another important part of planning is reviewing your progress. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect on what you accomplished and what could have been done better. This helps you make adjustments for tomorrow and ensures that you're constantly learning and growing. Planning your day the night before also ensures that you're not just reacting to life, you're creating it. When you wake up with a clear sense of purpose, you approach the day with energy and confidence. You're no longer just reacting to the demands of others or the unexpected obstacles that come your way. Instead, you're in the driver's seat, guiding your day in the direction you want it to go. This habit doesn't take a lot of time, it only takes a few minutes before bed. But those few minutes will pay off in a big way. When you take the time to plan ahead, you start each day with clarity, focus, and momentum. You're no longer wasting time wondering what to do next. You know exactly what to do and you do it. By making planning a daily habit, you put yourself in a position to succeed. You stop living reactively and start living intentionally. And that shift will transform your life. Rule 3, prioritize health, physical and mental. There's an old saying that health is wealth, and it couldn't be more true when it comes to living a successful life. If you're not taking care of your body and mind, everything else in your life will be harder. You can have all the ambition, all the skills, and all the plans in the world, but if you're running on empty, whether physically or mentally, you'll never reach your full potential. The key to real success isn't just working harder, it's about working from a place of strength, energy, and clarity. And that all starts with taking care of your health. Think about it, your body is the vehicle through which everything in your life happens. If the vehicle is constantly breaking down, how can you expect to get to your destination? If you're physically drained, mentally foggy, or emotionally exhausted, you won't have the capacity to pursue your goals with vigor. It's not about looking perfect or being in peak shape, but about making sure that your body and mind are functioning at their best. When you take care of your health, everything else becomes easier. Let's start with the basics. You don't need to run marathons or become a fitness expert to improve your health. Small, consistent actions are what matter most. The first step is to start drinking more water. You might be surprised at how many people overlook the simplest yet most effective health habit, hydration. When you're hydrated, your body functions better, your mind is clearer, and you have more energy. But when you're dehydrated, your brain feels sluggish, your body feels tired, and your mood can take a nosedive. Then there's the importance of movement. You don't need to hit the gym for hours, but taking the time to move your body every day is crucial. Whether it's a quick walk, stretching, or even a short workout, getting your blood flowing helps you think more clearly, reduces stress, and boosts your mood. Movement is an investment in your mental clarity. You'll notice that when you get your body moving, your mind becomes sharper, you're more focused, more energetic, and more motivated. Rest is another often underestimated aspect of health. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, thinking that the more you work, the more you'll accomplish. But in reality, overworking leads to burnout, and burnout doesn't serve anyone. You need adequate rest, sleep, relaxation, and taking breaks during your day. Your body and mind need time to recharge and repair. This doesn't mean you should be lazy, but rather that you should respect your limits. A well-rested person is more productive, more creative, and better equipped to handle challenges. Mental health is just as important as physical health. In fact, the two are interconnected. If your mind isn't healthy, it will be difficult to maintain a healthy body and vice versa. Stress, anxiety, and negative thought patterns can wear you down both mentally and physically. That's why taking care of your mental health should be a top priority. Start by recognizing the signs of stress and taking proactive steps to manage it. Meditation, journaling, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking time to relax are all powerful tools to keep your mind clear and focused. One of the biggest mistakes people make is neglecting their health in pursuit of success. They think that working harder, longer hours, or ignoring their well-being will somehow lead them to their goals faster. But in reality, that approach only leads to burnout, reduced productivity, and poor decision-making. When you're not physically or mentally at your best, you'll find it harder to focus, harder to stay motivated, and harder to think clearly. Success requires energy, clarity, and focus, and that can only be achieved when you prioritize your health. Health isn't a luxury, it's the foundation of everything you'll achieve. Without your health, you're not able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can achieve all your goals, but if you're too worn out to enjoy them, what's the point? When you take care of your body and mind, you're investing in the long-term sustainability of your success. Every small, healthy habit you cultivate is a step toward building a strong, resilient foundation for everything you want to achieve. So start small. Drink more water, get moving, take breaks. And remember, it's not about being perfect, but about making consistent choices that keep you feeling your best. Your body and mind are your most valuable assets. Treat them with respect, and they will serve you in ways you can't even imagine. Rule 4, learn to say no. In today's fast-paced world, it can feel like there's always something demanding your attention. People ask for your time, your energy, your resources. There are endless distractions, opportunities, and obligations pulling you in different directions. And while it's natural to want to help, be involved, and stay busy, the truth is that saying yes to everything will spread you too thin. To achieve real success, you must learn the art of saying no. Saying no is a skill that many people struggle with. We're taught to be helpful, to be accommodating, and to be agreeable. We fear disappointing others or missing out on opportunities. But the truth is, success is about focus. It's about making sure that everything you do aligns with your goals and vision. And in order to protect that focus, you must get comfortable saying no to things that don't serve your greater purpose. Think about it this way: your time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. And if you're constantly saying yes to things that aren't aligned with your goals, you're wasting your most precious asset. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't move you forward, you're saying no to something that could. Every commitment you take on that doesn't serve your purpose is a distraction from what really matters. Of course, saying no doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It's about being firm yet respectful. You don't need to justify your decision or feel guilty for protecting your time. You simply need to be clear about your priorities and stick to them. When you say no, you're not rejecting the person, you're protecting your own time, energy, and focus. And that's not just important for you, it's also beneficial for others. By saying no to things that aren't aligned with your vision, you free up space to say yes to the opportunities that truly matter. There's a simple truth in life: you can't do everything. If you try to be everything to everyone, you'll end up being nothing to yourself. You'll become overwhelmed, overextended, and stretched too thin. That's why learning to say no is a crucial skill for anyone who wants to achieve anything of significance. It's not about being selfish, it's about recognizing that your time, energy, and attention are limited. And in order to achieve your goals, you need to focus on what truly matters. Saying no also means saying yes to the things that will propel you forward. When you choose to protect your time, you give yourself the opportunity to focus on what's truly important: your goals, your health, your growth, and your happiness. Saying no to distractions and non-essential tasks creates space for the things that truly move the needle in your life. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes to prioritize what truly deserves your time. One of the hardest aspects of learning to say no is dealing with the fear of missing out. We all want to be included, to be part of the action, to grab every opportunity that comes our way. But not every opportunity is the right opportunity. Some things may look good on the surface, but they don't align with your goals or values. By learning to say no, you create space for the things that will truly bring you closer to your vision. The key to saying no is being intentional with your time. You don't have to apologize for taking control of your schedule. You don't have to feel guilty for putting your priorities first. By saying no, you protect your energy, maintain your focus, and stay on course toward your goals. This is a skill that will not only serve you in your personal life, but also in your career and any other area where you want to see success. So start practicing the art of saying no. Recognize that your time is valuable, and you have the right to decide how it's spent. Be firm but polite, and always stay focused on what matters most to you. Learn to say no, and you'll open up space for the opportunities that truly align with your vision. Protect your time, protect your focus, and watch how much more you can achieve. Rule 5, surround yourself with growth-minded people. Have you ever noticed how certain people in your life seem to constantly elevate your thinking, push you to achieve more, and challenge you to be better. On the other hand, some people seem to drain your energy, hold you back, and keep you stuck in the same place. This isn't by accident. Your environment, including the people you surround yourself with, plays a major role in shaping your mindset and ultimately your results. If you want to grow, you need to be around people who challenge you to think bigger, do better, and push you to take action. People who are committed to their own personal growth and success will elevate your thinking, and when your thinking changes, your results will follow. The right people won't just support your dreams, they'll help you expand them. They'll challenge you to be your best self, and in turn, you'll rise to the occasion. It's said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a second. The people you associate with daily are shaping your thoughts, your actions, and your future. If you spend time with people who are constantly negative, skeptical, or complacent, that energy will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with people who are positive, growth-oriented, and action-driven, you'll find yourself inspired to take steps toward your own success. Now, this doesn't mean you need to cut out everyone who isn't perfect or who doesn't always inspire you. We all have different qualities, and there will be times when you need to spend time with people who offer you comfort or relaxation. However, if you're serious about growth, you need to intentionally seek out relationships with people who push you forward rather than hold you back. The goal is to surround yourself with those who are constantly improving themselves, because that energy is contagious. Growth-minded people don't just sit around waiting for things to happen. They take responsibility for their lives and are always looking for ways to grow. They read books, attend seminars, learn new skills, and invest in their personal development. They're always asking questions like, what can I do today to get better? Or how can I improve my mindset and my abilities? When you're surrounded by this type of energy, it becomes impossible not to rise to the occasion. But it's not just about the big, obvious things. The small moments matter too. It's about the conversations you have with these people, the challenges they present to you, and the ideas they introduce that push you outside your comfort zone. Growth-minded people will help you see opportunities you might have missed and open your eyes to new perspectives. They'll challenge your assumptions, force you to think critically, and help you find solutions to problems you didn't even know you had. When you start surrounding yourself with growth-minded people, your thinking begins to shift. You no longer see obstacles as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. You start to see challenges as stepping stones that will help you get closer to your goals. And this shift in mindset is the key to creating real and lasting change in your life. But here's the thing, this doesn't just happen by chance. It's something you have to actively cultivate. You have to make a conscious decision to seek out people who inspire you and to distance yourself from those who are content with staying stuck. This requires being selective about the relationships you invest your time and energy into. It means being intentional about the environments you put yourself in. Whether it's joining a mastermind group, attending seminars, or simply connecting with people who share your vision, you must be proactive about surrounding yourself with the right influences. As you continue to surround yourself with growth-minded people, you'll start to see massive shifts in your own thinking and results. You'll find that your goals expand, your confidence grows, and your actions become more aligned with your true potential. The right people will help you push past your limitations and rise to new heights. And when you start achieving more, you'll realize that your environment and the people around you were key to making it all possible. So take a hard look at the people in your life. Are they helping you grow? Are they challenging you to think bigger? If not, it might be time to make some changes. Seek out people who inspire you, who make you think differently, who push you to be better. Surround yourself with those who elevate you and watch how your thinking and your results begin to change. Rule 6, invest in yourself every day. Personal growth isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong process. The most successful people you know didn't get where they are by sitting back and hoping for success to fall into their laps. They got there because they were relentless in their commitment to self-improvement. And the best part, you can do the same. When you invest in yourself every day, you're not just setting yourself up for success. In the short term, you're building a foundation for a lifetime of growth. You're investing in your most valuable asset, your mind. And every time you invest in your mind, you increase your value. You make yourself more capable, more resourceful, and more prepared for the opportunities that will come your way. But what does it mean to invest in yourself? It's not about spending money on fancy courses or expensive seminars. It's about dedicating time each day to your personal development. It's about making a commitment to constantly improve, learn, and grow. The more you invest in your mind, the more powerful you become. One of the most effective ways to invest in yourself is through reading. Books are a goldmine of knowledge. They allow you to learn from the experiences of others without having to go through the struggles yourself. Whether you're reading about personal development, business strategies, or even biographies of successful people, reading expands your knowledge and perspective. It helps you see the world differently, equips you with new tools, and gives you the confidence to take action. But reading alone isn't enough. To truly invest in yourself, you must apply what you learn. Knowledge is only power when you put it into practice. This means actively seeking ways to incorporate new ideas into your daily life, trying new approaches, and experimenting with what works for you. The more you apply what you learn, the more you grow, and the more you begin to see tangible results. Another powerful way to invest in yourself is by learning new skills. In today's world, the ability to adapt and learn is crucial. The most successful people are lifelong learners. They're constantly seeking out new knowledge, whether through formal education, online courses, or hands-on experience. Learning new skills opens doors to new opportunities, whether it's advancing in your career or exploring a completely new path. And don't forget about your mindset. Investing in yourself isn't just about gaining knowledge or skills, it's also about developing the right attitude. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, and it shapes your actions. If you have a fixed mindset, you'll believe that your abilities are set in stone. But if you have a growth mindset, you'll believe that you can learn, grow, and improve no matter where you start. This simple shift in thinking can make all the difference in how you approach challenges and opportunities. Every small investment you make in your personal development pays massive dividends in the long run. It might not seem like much today, but the compound effect of consistent growth will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. Over time, the knowledge, skills, and mindset you develop will stack up, giving you the tools to create the life you want. You'll start seeing results in your career, in your relationships, and in your personal happiness. So make the decision today to invest in yourself. Set aside time every day to read, learn, and grow. Commit to developing new skills, expanding your knowledge, and strengthening your mindset. Every small step you take toward personal development will pay off in ways that will shape your future. Your mind is your most powerful asset. Protect it, nurture it, and feed it constantly. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. And when you invest in yourself, you unlock your true potential. Rule 7, practice patience. We live in a world where everything seems to be at our fingertips. Want food? It's delivered in minutes. Need information? It's available in seconds. The age of instant gratification is all around us. But when it comes to success, one of the hardest things to accept is that it doesn't happen overnight. In fact, the process of achieving long-term success often takes much longer than we'd like to admit. Yet, this doesn't mean it's impossible. It just requires something that seems harder than ever today: patience. Think of success like planting a tree. You can't rush it. You can't force it to grow any faster than nature intends, but with consistent care, attention, and nurturing, that small seed can grow into something powerful and enduring. And the same applies to your personal growth and your journey to success. It's the daily effort, the patience through struggles, and the trust in the process that will eventually bring you the results you want. Patience doesn't mean being passive. It doesn't mean sitting around waiting for success to magically appear. It's about understanding that there's a process to everything. Success is built on a foundation of consistent actions over time. Just like the tree, the early stages of growth can be slow. You won't always see immediate results, and that can be frustrating. But you must trust that what you're doing today will pay off tomorrow. We've all heard the saying, good things come to those who wait, but it's not just about waiting, it's about what you do while you're waiting. Patience means staying committed, even when you don't see the fruits of your labor right away. It's staying consistent, doing the work, and believing in the long-term benefits of your efforts. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in a world that demands immediate gratification, mastering the art of patience is essential for long-term achievement. Take a moment to reflect on anything you've achieved that was truly valuable. Was it something that happened in an instant, or was it the result of months or even years of hard work, persistence, and patience? The answer is likely the latter. Whether it's building a career, learning a new skill, or creating a meaningful relationship, true success doesn't come quickly. It's something that grows over time, just like a tree. Every step you take in the right direction, every small action you make contributes to the overall growth of your success. The journey may not always be easy. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when you doubt whether your efforts are even worth it. But remember this, every effort, no matter how small, is a part of the process. Every bit of time you invest, every bit of energy you pour into your goals is a seed being planted for future success. Trust the process even when it feels like nothing is happening. Keep doing the right things day in and day out. And over time, you will see that tree of success begin to grow. One important point to remember is that patience isn't about being complacent. It's not about accepting mediocrity or waiting for circumstances to change without doing anything. Patience means staying consistent in your efforts even when the rewards seem distant. It means sticking to your vision even when the results aren't immediate. Sometimes the hardest part is trusting that your efforts are enough. We often want to see instant feedback, whether it's from our work, our relationships, or our health. But growth doesn't always show up on the surface right away. It's building beneath the surface, preparing for the moment when it will finally break through. This process of unseen growth is what makes patience such a powerful ally. It teaches us to trust the work we're doing even when it's hard to see the results. It's also important to recognize that patience works in tandem with other virtues: consistency, persistence, and discipline. If you're only patient but lack the consistent actions needed to bring your goals to life, patience becomes a passive waiting game. True patience is active. It's patience in the pursuit of progress. It's waiting while still working, trusting that with each step forward, you're one step closer to reaching your goals. So as you continue on your journey toward success, remember to practice patience, trust the process, stay committed to your path, even when the results are slow to come. Your efforts are laying the groundwork for a strong foundation of success. Just like the tree, you can't rush growth. But if you stay patient, nurture your goals, and trust in the process, you'll eventually see the fruits of your labor. Rule 8, focus on contribution, not just achievement. In a world where success is often measured by how much we achieve, how much we accumulate, and how high we rise, it's easy to forget that true success isn't just about what we get, it's about what we give. The most fulfilling success doesn't come from the things we possess, the titles we hold, or the wealth we accumulate. It comes from the impact we have on others, from the contributions we make to the lives of those around us. When you focus on making a positive difference, success becomes a natural byproduct. Achievement is important, no doubt. It's fulfilling to reach goals, to accomplish what you set out to do, and to feel that sense of pride and satisfaction. But when achievement becomes the sole focus, it can lead to emptiness. You might reach your goals, but if you haven't made a real difference in the lives of others, you may find that success doesn't feel as fulfilling as you expected. The key to lasting success lies in contribution. It's about asking yourself, how can I serve others today? The more you focus on helping, giving, and adding value to others' lives, the more abundant your own life becomes. Contribution turns success from a temporary win into a lasting legacy. It creates a ripple effect where your actions inspire others to contribute as well, and the impact spreads far beyond what you could accomplish on your own. Think about the people who have had the greatest influence on your life. It wasn't just their achievements that made them memorable, it was their contribution to your life, their willingness to give, their ability to lift others up. These are the people who leave a legacy. These are the people who change lives, not just their own. And when you focus on contribution, you follow in their footsteps. The truth is, you can achieve great things without having a deep sense of contribution. But those achievements will be hollow if they're not tied to something greater than yourself. When you make contribution your focus, your achievements become meaningful because they're part of a larger purpose. You're not just achieving for your own sake, you're achieving to serve, to help, and to make a difference. Contribution doesn't always have to be grand or extraordinary. It can be as simple as helping someone with a task, offering advice, listening when someone needs to talk, or sharing your knowledge and skills with others. It's about making a positive impact, no matter how small it may seem in the moment. Each small act of contribution adds up to something far greater than the sum of its parts. One of the most fulfilling parts of focusing on contribution is that it creates a sense of purpose. When you focus solely on achievement, you can easily get caught up in a never-ending cycle of wanting more. But when your focus shifts to contribution, you begin to understand that success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And the more you give, the more you receive in return, not just in material terms, but in joy, fulfillment, and lasting relationships. Contribution is what makes success truly meaningful. It's the bridge between personal achievement and making a difference in the world. When you shift your focus from simply achieving to contributing, your success becomes something that impacts not only your life, but the lives of others. And that's the kind of success that lasts. Rule 9, embrace failure as a lesson. Failure, it's one of the most dreaded words in the English language. When most people think of failure, they think of defeat, embarrassment, and giving up. But what if I told you that failure is not the enemy? In fact, it's one of the greatest allies you'll ever have on your journey to success. Successful people understand this deeply. Failure isn't something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. It's part of the journey, and without it, success wouldn't be possible. Failure teaches you what works and what doesn't. It's the ultimate feedback mechanism. When you fail, you learn. It shows you where things went wrong, and more importantly, why they went wrong. This feedback is invaluable because it gives you the information you need to do better next time. Without failure, you would continue making the same mistakes, unaware of where you need to improve. Failure reveals your weaknesses so that you can address them and come back stronger. When we fear failure, we hold ourselves back, we hesitate, procrastinate, and make excuses. But the reality is that failure is not a reflection of your worth or your ability, it's simply a result of trying something new. The key to turning failure into a powerful tool is to stop defining it as a negative event. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow and move forward? When you ask these questions, failure becomes a stepping stone, not an obstacle. It's no longer something to fear, but something to embrace. Think of all the people who have achieved remarkable success. Do you think they achieved their goals without encountering failure? Of course not. In fact, many of the most successful individuals have failed numerous times before they reached their breakthrough. Take the story of Thomas Edison, for example. He famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, but each failure brought him closer to his success because he treated each one as a lesson. He didn't see it as a setback, he saw it as a step forward. He was learning what didn't work so he could eventually discover what did. This is the mindset you need to adopt. Don't let failure define you. It's not the end of the road, it's part of the process. Every time you fail, you gain valuable knowledge that you can use to improve. With each lesson, you're getting closer to your goal. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the more resilient you become. When you fail, it doesn't mean you're not cut out for success. It simply means you're in the process of learning, growing, and improving. The most successful people aren't those who never fail. They're the ones who keep going after every failure, armed with the lessons they've learned. So the next time you face a setback, don't view it as a negative event. Don't let it discourage you. Instead, see it as a lesson. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Then use that knowledge to make your next move even stronger. Failure isn't a dead end, it's the path to success. It's the tool that sharpens your skills, refines your approach, and ultimately leads you to victory. Embrace failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Because success is built on the foundation of lessons learned from failure. Rule 10, take action even when you're not ready. It's natural to wait for the perfect moment before taking action. We all do it. We wait for the stars to align, for the right opportunity, for the perfect set of circumstances that will make success feel certain. But here's the truth: that perfect moment doesn't exist. You will never feel completely ready to take the next step. The key to success is not waiting for the ideal conditions, but taking action even when you're not ready. The reality is that action creates momentum. When you take that first step, no matter how small or uncertain, you start moving. And once you start moving, you create the energy you need to continue moving forward. Waiting for the perfect moment will only leave you stuck in place. It's like waiting for the perfect wave to surf. If you stand on the shore waiting for the perfect wave, you'll never catch one. But if you get in the water and start paddling, you'll find the wave that's meant for you. Taking action, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain, is what creates the momentum you need to build confidence and make progress. It's easy to wait until you feel 100% ready, but by then you may have missed opportunities. The truth is, you'll never feel completely prepared for something new. There will always be a degree of uncertainty, and that's okay. It's part of the process. The key is to act anyway. Think about any successful person you admire. Do you think they waited for everything to be perfect before they took action? No, they took action first and learned as they went. They took the first step even when they didn't have all the answers, and as they moved forward, they gained the experience and confidence they needed to keep going. Starting before you feel ready is a crucial part of the process. You don't need to know everything before you begin. In fact, the best way to learn is by doing. It's the experience gained from taking action that will teach you what you need to know. Every step you take, even if it's imperfect, moves you closer to your goal. And that's what matters. It's not about waiting for the perfect conditions. It's about creating momentum and learning as you go. Taking action also helps you overcome fear and doubt. The longer you wait, the more your mind starts to create reasons why you can't or shouldn't take action. But once you start moving, you'll realize that most of those fears were just mental blocks. Taking that first step destroys the power of fear. The more you act, the more confident you become. And the more confident you become, the easier it gets to take the next step. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Take action now. Even if you're unsure or feel unprepared, take that first step. It doesn't matter how small it is, what matters is that you're moving forward. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. And before you know it, you'll find yourself achieving the things you once thought were impossible. The key is to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start acting now, because action is what leads to success. Rule 11, be consistent. Consistency is often overlooked in the pursuit of success, yet it's one of the most powerful ingredients in the recipe for achieving anything meaningful in life. Most people look for quick fixes, shortcuts, or dramatic results, but the truth is, it's not the big bursts of energy or extraordinary efforts that lead to lasting success. It's the small, daily actions, the steady, unwavering commitment to doing the work that compound over time and create real, sustainable results. You see, motivation is fleeting. One day you feel inspired and ready to tackle everything on your to-do list, but the next the enthusiasm fades, and you're left with the daunting task of having to keep going when your energy isn't high. Here's the secret: you don't need motivation to succeed, you need consistency. Consistency is the power to keep showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to take small steps every single day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Take a look at anything worthwhile: a business, a skill, a fitness goal, or even a relationship. What they all have in common is the presence of consistent effort. Building a business doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of showing up every single day to work on it, to improve it, and to grow it. A person who works out every day may not see dramatic results after a week or even a month, but the consistency of the small actions, those push-ups, those runs, those healthy meals will eventually add up, and the transformation will come. It's the same for learning a new skill, whether it's programming, painting, or public speaking. You don't learn something new by studying hard for a single day and then calling it quits. It's the commitment to practice every day, no matter how you feel, that will make you an expert. Think of consistency as a small deposit you make every day into your success account. At first, the balance may seem small and insignificant. You might feel as though your actions aren't making a difference, and that's normal. But remember, this compound interest is incredibly powerful. The more you keep at it, the more the small efforts add up over time. You see results in ways you never imagined, because consistent action over a long period can yield extraordinary outcomes. Now, let's talk about why consistency matters so much. It's because success is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when you're tired, when things don't go your way, when setbacks occur. Those are the moments when your consistency will truly be tested. It's easy to show up when everything is going well, when you're motivated, when you're seeing progress, but the real test comes on the tough days when you feel like giving up. That's when consistency becomes a non-negotiable part of your routine. Those days when you're too tired to work, too distracted to focus, too frustrated to keep going, that's when consistency will save you. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about deciding that your commitment to your goal is bigger than any temporary discomfort or discouragement. Take the example of an athlete training for the Olympics. They don't train intensely for 1 week, then take a break for 2 months. They don't take days off because they don't feel like it. They train every single day, no matter how tough it gets. The result? The consistency of their effort over time builds their strength, their skill, and their endurance to a level that enables them to compete at the highest level. So how do you cultivate consistency in your own life? Start small. Choose one thing to focus on and commit to it every single day. Whether it's writing for 30 minutes, working out for 20 minutes, or reading a book for an hour, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Even when you don't feel like it, do it anyway. Create habits that support your success and make sure they're the kind of habits that are sustainable in the long term. You don't need to be perfect, just keep showing up. even on the days when it's hard. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it just requires persistence. It's about doing the right things day in and day out with dedication and a willingness to stick to the plan. Over time, the results will speak for themselves. You'll look back and realize how far you've come, not because of any one big leap, but because of the countless small steps you took consistently, day after day. Rule 12, don't stop until you've got what you want. The path to success is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for those who quit at the first sign of trouble or give up when things get tough. Success is about persistence, resilience, and the unwavering determination to keep going, no matter what. It's about showing up day after day, even when the odds are stacked against you, when the journey seems endless, and when you feel like throwing in the towel. If you truly want to succeed, you must be willing to keep going until you've got what you want. Let's face it, setbacks, roadblocks, and disappointments are inevitable. No one's journey to success is free from challenges. You will encounter moments when it feels like you're not making progress, or when you're faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable. But in those moments, the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. The successful ones don't quit. They don't give up when things get tough, they push through. The key to success is persistence. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when the road gets rough. Think about the greatest achievers in history. Did they get to where they are because things were easy? Of course not. They encountered failure, they faced adversity, and they were met with plenty of no's along the way. But they kept going. They didn't stop. They didn't let failure define them or make them doubt their ability to succeed. They understood that success is a test of endurance and determination. It's about pushing through when everyone else gives up. You might face disappointment after disappointment. You might face rejection, failure, and moments of doubt. But that's exactly when you have to dig in and keep going. Don't stop. When others quit, that's when you keep going. The moment you decide that you're not stopping until you've achieved your goal is the moment everything changes. That determination will carry you through the tough times and propel you towards success. Let's take the example of a marathon runner. The race is long, and there are points when the runner is exhausted, when every muscle aches, and when quitting seems like the easiest option. But the successful marathon runner doesn't stop. They push through the pain, the fatigue, and the doubts. They keep putting one foot in front of the other until they cross the finish line. Why? Because they understand that success is not about speed, it's about staying the course no matter how long it takes. The same principle applies to your journey towards success. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is that you don't stop until you've got what you want. When you encounter setbacks, use them as fuel to keep going. When you face failure, use it as a lesson to learn from. And when you get discouraged, remember why you started. Keep your eyes on the prize, and don't let anything or anyone stop you from reaching your goal. There will be times when you'll feel like you're running in circles, when it seems like you're not making progress, but persistence means you keep moving even when you don't see immediate results. You keep showing up, you keep working, and you keep believing in your ability to succeed. So when you're faced with challenges, don't stop. When others doubt you, don't stop. When it gets tough, don't stop. Keep going, because success belongs to those who don't quit. Stay determined, stay persistent, and don't stop until you've got what you want. These 12 rules are your roadmap to transformation. They're not just tips or advice, they are life principles that, when followed with discipline and consistency, will bring you the life you've always wanted. But here's the catch, just knowing these rules isn't enough. You have to act on them. The life you want starts with the actions you take today. Success isn't a one-time event, it's a series of decisions you make every day. By following these 12 rules, you take control of your destiny. Remember, change doesn't happen by wishing for it. It happens when you apply the right principles and take consistent action. Make 2025 the year your life truly transforms.